Okay, so the sound machine is on because of this obvious street traffic, which is just nothing but mufflers. It's 4:38. It's about an hour after the video about the guys. They're not guys. They're males. It's a group of them. They're involved with major smoke and fire. Let's say that because the cops and the fire department protect them. They work with the cops. They work with the fire department. I can't say anything without the cops and the fire department every day, relentlessly trying to come after me. Period. End of story, okay? So I have the sound machine on because of the mufflers and everything else that we know happens here. It's literal. It's every day. It's every night. You don't have to come search this. Come to DC, stand on where I live, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It is like nowhere I've ever been in my life. I literally have to shout in my house over a sound machine or plug my ears. And I need a break from plugging. The sound machine is not good enough a lot of the time. A lot of the time. A lot. And you have to just plug ears. It is that bad. To give the people an understanding of how bad these mufflers are. Because most people have never experienced this. I certainly never did myself until I was in the city of DC. Okay, so there's been jackhammers out, like one jackhammer was on 15th, which is about half a block away from me, okay? And then for 2 days, the jackhammer was on a loud jackhammer that was going into concrete, okay? It was on the middle of S Street, right in front of the Mexican drug cartel. Okay, that went all day too, but that was even closer. That was less than half a block. That was literally yards away from me. The mufflers that go by all day, all morning, all night in Washington, D.C., every time the mufflers go by, you don't even hear the jackhammer. You only hear the muffler. So that's how loud these mufflers are, okay? For people who maybe need a good example. I never have experienced this until I came here. Okay, so there's no way that any city people who work for the city can say that this is not on purpose. Because the mufflers are every few seconds. It's nothing but that on these streets. All right, and we know that. So, but that is why this thing is on. I have no choice. I can never turn it off. And those males who are terrorists, there's a group of males, they come out around 11 a.m. to noon. And when they come out, they don't go back in. They sit in the yard. They get so wasted. I've heard them. And it's the creepiest feeling. It's like you think they're going to die from overdosing. They're so wasted. You get really creeped out. You wonder if they're going to die and stuff, dude. They're so fucking wasted in that yard. And I mean this hand to God, okay? By the time they go back inside. And by the time they go back inside after coming out around 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., that time is usually like a scheduled work shift. It's around midnight to 2 a.m. in the morning. They will be out there. They will not leave. And you can hear them. Now, these things are no secret. You don't have to search. You can hear these men who are terrorists. It's really creepy if you hear them late at night. You start to wonder, how are they fucking not overdosing around here, man? It's a solid question. And you can hear them. You don't have to search this. You can hear them so easily. And you can stand on corner, like I just said in the last video. And the mufflers, the fact the press doesn't say anything, they just cover everything up, okay? Everything is covered up. Everything. It's their job is to cover things up. It's not to report anything. Okay, so what I'm supposed to report, though, at the time I just said around 4:30, I was hit with fumes again. I have been hit with fumes, excuse me, like it's going out of style, and they're not fumes. They are not fumes. They're highly illegal. They're made in industrial military warehouses. They're normally in the hands of military, not civilians or gang members. Okay, but I can't call them what they are because the police will arrest me if I do. And they've been using these fumes on me at night when I'm sleeping, in the morning, In the day, it's 4 o'clock. They're still doing it. They'll do it at night before I go to bed. I run racing, sprinting to Pee Poo easily 10 times a day. Just stop everything you're doing. Stop eating lunch. Stop cooking. Stop reading. Stop writing. Anything you're doing. Run fast, pull your pants down, and race to the bathroom. Because they're filling this room. And you can feel it as it fills the room more and more and more with this toxic gas. You can feel it, and I'll never forget because it happens so much. Trust me. I'll tell anybody how it feels. But I'm going to go ahead and bypass that and skip that. And just say they did it again. And I can't talk about anything else in this house. But this house, the fact that I can't talk about it is a force greater than me. It's my higher power, okay, from God above. And I'm not going to test God. Okay, I'm not going to anger God. He has forbidden me in the highest commandment to talk about what I'm witnessing in this house. That is why. Because the shit I'm witnessing in here is taking everything in me not to talk about it. Okay? But they're still using fumes on me. And while they're using fumes, I can at least say this, thank you. And thank you, Special Forces. Because they're providing the way for me to say this. God sent them. And these men and women are providing the way for me to say what I say when I can. I'm being fumed out. They're fucking screaming in the backyard. And the mufflers are like nowhere I've ever been in my life. The terrorists screaming in the yard, getting drunk, easy to see and hear. And the mufflers, easy to see and hear. So come see for yourself. It's the corner of 15th and S Street Northwest. The property is 1509 S Street Northwest. The property that Vladimir Putin runs, operates, and orders these guys to do that in is going towards 16th, about 4 houses down. You can also locate this on prior photos I put up of Google Maps. It says rats. It's a military thing, the rats. These guys are really bad news, and they're really wasted. You might as well film them because it's history. Go film them right now if you have the guts, because they're so loud it's not going to be hard. Okay, and they should be there till about 2 a.m. in the morning. Okay, goodbye.